So today I want to talk a little bit about whether or not you should accept a pet in your home, in your rental home. So I'll go over some of the pros and cons for you, and ultimately you can make the determination on if it's worth it for you. So some of the pros that I've written down here, it's additional income. So with each pet, you can charge a monthly pet fee, $25, $50 per month, or you can charge a flat fee, $600 for the year, something less, $250 for the year, whatever it is, you can make that determination and notify people up front and charge them. In addition, when you open it up to pet owners, you're opening up to obviously the full slate of renters, of the possible renters that are out there looking. So if you limit the pets, if you say no pets, just blanket statement, then like I said, you're reducing it by about 60%. 60% of your renters are going to have a pet, some sort of a pet. So some of the cons with accepting a pet are obviously they're pets. So there's going to be additional bodies in the home. So that means more wear and tear. There's going to be sometimes, unfortunately, a smell associated. If the pets have accidents, that can do permanent, lasting damage to carpets, certainly. Pets have nails, and we're talking here specifically, I'm talking about cats and dogs. Obviously, there are other pets, but with those two, most of them have nails. If you have true hardwood in your home, nails will leave marks on hardwood flooring. So that's also permanent damage. So again, now if you've had or you've put in place that pet rent or even a pet deposit, that's going to secure you a little bit against some of those excess wear and tear that you can use for compensation. So some protections when allowing for pets are what you need to have is a pet addendum. So that's in addition to the lease. It's going to specifically call out what pets are in the home and what's required of the pet owners at the end of the lease, and what's expected. So now there's something in writing, so you know how to handle it. So after the lease, for example, you want to put in there that they are required to have the home professionally cleaned, carpets professionally steamed or professionally shampooed, and they must provide receipts of that work that was done, because sometimes just the general cleaning that you require might not be enough to compensate for the pets that were in there. Also, I mentioned earlier, you can charge a pet rent, monthly, annually. You can also do a pet deposit. So this is going to be refundable. So you can make it a larger amount, maybe $1,000 for a pet. And then if there's damage, you have an additional on top of the normal security deposit, an additional pet security deposit that can go directly to, damages from the pet. So those are the ways to protect yourself. You also, with that pet addendum, you want to specifically state how many animals and their breed, their weight, so there's no switching of animals. You don't want them to apply for a little teacup dog that they carry around in their purse, and then all of a sudden you go do an inspection on the home and there's a Great Dane running through your house. So another consideration you probably want to make if it's a condo, maybe four little yippy dogs aren't the best idea. Those are going to drive your neighbors crazy, and depending on your relationship with them, they're going to be calling you up complaining because you allowed the renters to have all kinds of pets running through the house. Some of the other restrictions you want to keep in mind are, you can make restrictions. Pets are not a protected class. What that means is you can essentially discriminate against pets. So you can say, I don't want any dogs. I don't want any cats. The weight of the dog is not to exceed 15 pounds. You can't have certain breeds. Obviously, a lot of people think negatively of pit bulls. Whatever your thought is, you can eliminate certain breeds, larger breeds, even like I mentioned earlier, Great Danes, and that way you make sure that there's smaller animals, maybe not as much wear and tear, again, or no cats. Some people have opposition to cats for whatever reason. Whatever it is, you can make whatever specification that you wish to make regarding pets. And now I do want to clarify with all of that, again, real quickly to recap, there is additional income for pets as a pro. The cons, just more wear and tear, the smell that come along with it. You do have protections in place to secure you, addendums, deposits. Make sure you're specific about what breeds, the number of pets you're willing to allow. But what I was getting to is when I say pets, that is very different than a service animal. Those include guide dogs, hearing dogs, or animals rather. It doesn't have to be a dog. Service animals, or even emotional support has become very common these days. So those are protected. So basically, what that means is you cannot deny someone for having an emotional support or a service animal. In addition to that, you cannot charge them a pet rent or even a pet deposit. Now, they are responsible for damage that may incur from that animal. However, you can't charge them up front for those animals. So if you need any more information or clarification on the different things you can do to protect yourself, or you need more information on which way you should go, or clarification on what these service animals or guide animals are, then feel free to give us a call. You can use the blue Get a Free Quote button, and we can help you out today.